We all have goals, dreams, and ideas we believe in, but too often we get stuck in our heads. We overthink, second guess, and wait for the right time that never comes. Truth is, thinking without action leads to frustration, not progress. It's time to stop waiting for perfect conditions and start moving forward, even if the steps feel small or uncertain. This isn't about rushing blindly, it's about breaking free from mental paralysis and building momentum. Because real growth doesn't come from endless planning, it comes from doing. The first move may be uncomfortable, but it's also the most powerful. Today, it's time to shift from hesitation to action. We live in a world that praises careful planning and deep thinking. And while reflection has its place, there comes a time when too much thinking becomes the enemy of progress. Overanalyzing every option, imagining every possible outcome, and waiting for the perfect moment can trap you in an endless loop of hesitation. This is why "Stop Thinking, Start Doing" is a mantra for those who are ready to move beyond fear and doubt into real growth and achievement. Truth is, action creates clarity. You can spend hours, days, even years trying to figure out the perfect strategy, but real lessons come from experience. When you take action, you discover what works and what doesn't, not based on theory but on reality. Every step you take, even the imperfect ones, teaches you something valuable, gives you momentum, builds your confidence, and sharpens your instincts far more effectively than just sitting and planning. Many dreams die in the prison of what ifs. Fear whispers lies that say you're not ready, not good enough, or not capable. But here's the secret: no one is ever truly ready. Readiness comes through doing. Confidence is built by action, not by thinking about action. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to move forward despite it. When you start doing, you shift your energy. You step out of the passive role of spectator and into the powerful role of creator. You stop waiting for opportunities and start creating them. You realize that mistakes aren't signs of failure, they are stepping stones toward mastery. Progress is messy, imperfect, and uncomfortable, but it's real. And real beats perfect every time. Thinking without action is just dreaming. And dreams without effort are just regrets waiting to happen. Don't let your best ideas die inside your mind. Don't wait for the perfect moment, it doesn't exist. Begin now, even if your first steps are small. Even if you're uncertain. Even if you're scared. 'Cause the magic happens not when you think about the life you want, but when you start building it. So today, make a choice: stop thinking, start doing. Your future self will thank you for it. The beauty of starting is that it breaks the chains of perfectionism. Perfectionism convinces you that unless everything is flawless, you shouldn't even try. But life isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Each action you take, no matter how small, chips away at fear and doubt. Every effort builds resilience, sharpens skills, and teaches lessons that thinking alone could never provide. When you choose to act, you give yourself permission to grow. Growth doesn't come from comfort, it comes from stepping into the unknown and trusting that you'll figure it out along the way. Action is a declaration of faith. Faith in your ability to adapt, to overcome, and to become better than you were yesterday. Also, the longer you wait, the heavier the weight of procrastination becomes. Small tasks turn into overwhelming mountains when delayed. But when you act, you lighten the load. You discover that what once seemed intimidating was simply an illusion magnified by delay. The reality? Most things are easier to handle once you simply begin. Momentum is your greatest ally. The first step is always the hardest, but once you're moving, energy builds on itself. What was once difficult becomes natural. What once filled you with fear becomes part of your story of strength. Remember, greatness is not reserved for the most talented or the most fortunate. It belongs to those who dare to act. Every success story you admire started with someone who chose to move forward, even when they felt unsure. You have dreams, visions, and ideas for a reason. They were planted inside you to be acted upon, not to be buried under endless thinking. Clock is ticking. The world is waiting for what you have to offer. So stop overthinking. Stop doubting. Stop waiting. Start doing. Start building. Start living. Your best life isn't found in endless plans. It's found on the other side of action. The end of the day, nothing changes until you take action. You can think, plan, and prepare forever, but it's what you do that shapes your future. So don't let fear, doubt, or perfectionism hold you back. Start small if you have to, but just start. 'Cause every step you take brings you closer to the life you want. If this message inspired you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs this push. And remember, your next level starts not when you think about it, but when you do something about it. See you in the next video.